Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. So I don't know if I've done a reading for you before, but I anyway, I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. So try to describe the picture the best way I can. There's always a reason. They don't waste their energy. So they don't give me all the details. They just give me enough so you know what they're talking about because the details are none of my business, and it's not an exact science. It's just the best way we can communicate. So sometimes you got to think outside the box a little bit. They should give you enough, and you'll either, if you don't know, remember it now, you'll remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. So let's see what Jeffrey has to say. He's okay. He's shown himself sitting on the floor. I don't know how old your son is. So this could be he's showing something from before because the boy he's playing with looks pretty young. And but he's showing the little boy like sitting on the floor and he's playing cars, playing with like little matchbox cars. And he's sitting on the they're both sitting cross-legged on the floor like Indian style. But he's showing, instead of the little boy playing with him, he's sitting there watching him, but the little boy's kind of turned away from him playing with his car. He's sitting here. So he's showing that the boy is not interacting with him. Usually small children can see them and hear them, and it's no big deal to them until they get old enough to where they know that people, I don't want to say, they kind of shut down because people, people would call them crazy or something, and they go, I have an imaginary friend. I see my dad. So the way he's showing it now is that he's shut that down, and it's like he's over here playing, and then he kind of peeks out of his eye, like, okay, I know he's there, but he's ignoring it, so he's shutting it down, but he still knows that he's there with him. So that's the little peek out of the corner of the eye. So then he goes into a living room, like he's in a living room, and there's some kind of a pet. First, it looked small. It looked like he sat on the couch and looked like it was small. And then I was trying to figure out if it was a dog or cat because it's kind of dim. Now it looks like a husky. So somebody have a husky. I can't see if he's going to tell me. This husky is with him. This husky is looking at him. So I can't tell if the husky is still here or if he has this dog with him. If that dog is still here, watch the dog. The dog sees him. The dog, sometimes you'll see an animal and they'll stare at the wall and bark. Like, well, there's nothing there. Shut up. That's because they see him. So pay attention to the animal. If it is still here, all he's showing me is a picture of a husky looking at me. And he's not showing whether he's with it or not. So if the animal is gone, then he's got the dog with him. You tell my son I'm proud of him. He's turning into an awesome young man. And it's kind of like he comes up from behind him and he's kind of pushing him. He's kind of pushing him along. Like maybe even pushing him too hard because it looks like the boy wants to fall over forward because he's pushing him. He's making sure he keeps going on his path. He's guarding him. He's watching his back. He says you still smell good. And, and it's like he comes right up next to you and he just breathes. Talk with my new teeth. He breathes in your essence, I don't think it's even the perfume. He says you smell good. And he says, I'm right there. I'm right there. And he's coming over here on my right side. It's making me feel very soft. You should be able to feel him on your right side, like a warmth, or especially right in this area. Maybe it may feel like a bubble pushing against you. It may be a warmth. It'd be more like a warmth. I don't even think it'd be a tingling. You could have goosebumps. I don't know how you'll receive the energy, but it's like this big, huge, loving energy just kind of pushing up against me. But it's very, very slight because it's really gentle. And then he walks up behind me and he takes his fingers up into my hair, almost kind of in a sexual, sensual way. It's like he puts his fingers up into my hair, and so you could feel that energy because he's using his fingers, which we don't have fingers anymore when we get there. Okay, so it could feel like a bug crawling. That's what they usually make me feel like when they get too close. You could just feel that like little, how do I describe it? It could feel like little pinpricks, but I don't think he will. He's being very soft and gentle. Sexual. I don't know what other word to use. You should feel it like in like spots. You might feel it like the whole area, but anyway, let's not dwell on that. You will feel that energy. He loves you very much, very strong. I don't know what other word to use. Wow. He says he's very proud of you. He's proud of the decisions you're making. You're making the right choices. You're making the choices that his son needs. He makes me feel like his son is happy. His son is healthy and whole. He doesn't feel like his son is broken or anything. So that may not be what the right word to use, but he's very happy with you guys' energy, the things you're doing. There's somebody that's coming around though, and he wants to stick his foot out and trip him. So I'm not, I'm not sure who it is. He's not showing me. Um, there's something about him that he doesn't like. He's showing me something about looks like a looks like it could be like a birthday card or some kind of a card. What about it? Something to do with him though. Something about a card and something to do with him. And he's not opening it up all the way so I can't see what it says. Is it a card that he sent you? that you still keep, that you have, that it's in a special spot. Anyway, he's acknowledging that. He says, hey, baby. He says he did not suffer. He's showing me it was quick, that and maybe quicker than what people here thought, but it was quick. A lot of times our soul actually leaves the body before our body's done. Um, they we get pulled out of it. We're not in all that pain or anything like that. Sometimes we're gone before the body's gone, so to speak. And you hear people talk about hovering up above and watching. Um, there was a grandfather type figure, and I say type figure because it doesn't have to be blood. It has to be that feeling of a grandfather that was waiting for him, who had his hand out for him. He looked back and kind of thought, what the hell is this? And then he turned around and skipped towards the grandfather, like in a happy way. Okay, he's just showing me a little more about him leaving with him. And then it looks like a grandmother type figure behind the grandfather. And then there's a bunch of silhouettes. So they show silhouettes when it's not important who each and every one of them is, but just knowing that they're there, they show up as a silhouette. So we know that there was many more there waiting. He says, look, I always told you I was going to get angel wings. He always told you I was an angel. You didn't believe me. Now I got wings to prove it. He doesn't really have wings. He's being funny. Oh, I'm waiting. Okay, he's saying tick tock, tick tock. So there's something about a clock. There's something about a clock. Usually, like a tick tock would be a clock on the wall, like in the house or something. Could be a clock in your truck, but I doubt it. Because he's saying tick tock, but he's not showing me the exact clock. So watch. There's a clock somewhere, and he could do more than one, that will either stop, start, turn music on, stop music, change channels, change time, something. This clock get crooked on the wall, you straighten it up, and then it gets crooked again. Something about a clock. So watch that. He's trying to let you know he's around, but he spends a lot of time in his son's room. Like I said, the son knows it. He just doesn't want to acknowledge it right now. Okay. He really doesn't need to say a lot. He's showing your car. Something about your car. Did you get a new car? It's like he's showing me a picture of a car out in front of the window, and you're very proud of it, or you love your car or something. Something about the car. He's also showing a big flagpole outside with the American flag on it, and it's straight out in the wind. Don't know if it's just so I can see it better or what. So, we have a veterans park. It's kind of looks similar to the poles we have down there. Don't know. Not sure what. So American flag, good grief, you see them everywhere, but you'll know when it's a special sign. There's still another reason why he's showing this American flag. something that he's very proud of. He's very proud of our flag. But they never waste a message. There's a reason for him saying that. He says he's sending angel kisses, butterfly wishes, and he's always there for you. Ask him. With that, he's leaving for now. He's blowing you kisses, and you could even feel you could feel something like land on your cheek. I kid you not. I kid you not, because he's blowing them, and they're coming back and touching you on the cheek. So if you feel just like a little on the cheek, know that's from him, and tell him, I know that's you. I love you, and bring me more. And please help me watch out for my son. Talk to him. He can hear you. I promise you, he can hear you, and he loves you very much. Sorry for taking so long. I'm always booked up for at least a week or so. See you later. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. Much love to you. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice.